Welcome. Hello. Okay, so women don't actually know when to apply the brakes on a lot of things. So let's take a look at a couple of examples, or at least one example anyway. Let's look at this fake up they put on their faces nowadays. And I know many years ago they used to put makeup on them too, of course, but not with a trowel. I mean, some of these women nowadays can go into their apartment or whatever, take all their makeup off, and you wouldn't even think they're the same person. Makeup was supposed to enhance their looks, not to transform them into somebody else. But why do women put this makeup on in the first place? Well, it goes back to, obviously, nature, of course. They're in the tribes or whatever, and it's still, I think, around today, some tribes. Women are generally the ones that decorate themselves up, and the reason why they do that is because there's other females there, and they want to stick out from the other females in some way to get the male attention so that they have a better choice of the males. And a woman saying it's doing it for themselves or for other people is a lot of rubbish. It's nature-wise, it's for the males. It's obvious. And all these women saying, oh, well, it's the patriarchy making me do this. It's what I've been told to do. No. If you think about back in your times, if you can, and you have, and that is if you had a younger sister, a much younger sister, or in the family, there's young girls in your family growing up. They liked to dress up, didn't they? And parade around. And maybe even put some fake up on, even when they were very, very young. It's not because they saw it on TV or read it in a book or whatever. It's just a natural thing that they want to do. Their brain told them to do that. Here's a scenario. A woman and a man or whatever has been invited to a party of their friends. A fairly small group, but there's going to be a lot of females there and a lot of males. So a woman spends 2 weeks before choosing and buying a new dress. A lot of time and effort will go into this, and the dress won't be cheap. But hopefully she thinks it's going to be unique. The time comes and they finally go to this party. And all of a sudden there's another girl at the party that has exactly the same dress on. It's quite devastating to both the females. Even though they may laugh a little bit, they are devastated. And it's been such a failure for both of them. Same scenario with two men. They go to the party and these two men have the same shirts on. The men laugh about it, but they're actually laughing because they think it's quite funny. In fact, they may even have a drink together and become friends if they're not already. You see, it's not important to the male at all about that. But in today's world now, maybe because we're more populated, women find it harder to be unique. Maybe that's why they're piling on the makeup to a ridiculous level and wearing dresses or whatever outfits to show more and more skin in their desperate attempt to stand out, to be different. You see, to the woman, that's the game. And that's why they always lie about it when you ask them about it, why they're wearing that. Because it's all down to the art of deflection. Women don't like saying the truth about things. They like to deflect. About women putting the brakes on, we all know the times we've been in an argument with a female who's gone crazy and she never knows when to stop until either you walk out or you tell her to shut up, which wouldn't be allowed nowadays, of course. But women nowadays have no idea where the brakes are, and they're destroying themselves, and unfortunately anybody that happens to be around them at the time. MGTOW men, or men going their own way, or whatever they choose to stay away from females, are very lucky to be out of that, to just be looking at it from a distance, because it surely is a train wreck happening. Take it easy.
I am not a number. I am a free man.